Alright, Shalom Makim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rekah, Kodash. Let's give double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to the elect that teaches word in all true faith and sincerity. And yet today, I just want to title this lesson, Judgment and Reincarnation. Because the Lord, He's just, man. The Lord is just, man. So when things happen to people, when they get judged, it's most likely it's from their past life, man. Especially when a baby, get hit by a straight bullet. You know what I mean? That baby is getting judged from their past life. Matter of fact, before I get that, let's get something in Job, because you held accountable for every action that you make, man. So if it's in this past life, you think you got away with it. You died on your deathbed with skeletons in your closet. Well, it's gonna be known in your next past life when you get judged, man. You might die a horrific death. Well, that lets you know that you can't get away from the judgments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. So this is Job chapter 4. Oh, Salakia. Job chapter 4 and verse 7. It said, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off." So whoever perished being innocent. If someone, like I spoke again on a baby, an infant, and got hit by a straight bullet, well, they wasn't innocent, man. Or where were the righteous cut off? And that's a question mark. It's a question mark in here. So guess what? That question stands to this day, man. Because even our Lord Yahushua, He had to pay for His sins as Adam, and that's Solomon, man. Matter of fact, since I said that, let's get that in 2 Samuel, man, the 7th chapter. Because thing you gotta understand, man, is that Salakia. Then you understand is that that our Lord, He was innocent when Yahushua himself was on the earth. He didn't sin at all, but He still perished. He still died. Because the Lord, He's just. He had to pay for the sins of Himself, then for the rest of everyone else. He paid for sins. He had to pay for the sin when He was Adam, and He had to pay for the sins when He was Solomon, man. And let's see, Slacker, let's get that in 2 Samuel. Which, hey, man, reincarnation is real, man. That's totally biblical. Because judgment, man, that deals with judgment, man. Because when you come back, you think you escape. Oh, look at Esau. What's finna happen to Esau? Cain haven't got his judgment, man. He was cursed with that mark, which is no pigment, but he still didn't get that judgment from being a murderer, man. So hey, it's building up. You know what I mean? That's why the scripture said, "Prepare slaughter for His children, for the iniquity of their father." With Lord will, I'm gonna get that, man. With this 2 Samuel 7, and I just started at 12. It says point in verse 14. It says, "And when thy days be fulfilled," and this is Nathan the prophet talking to King David. So it says, "And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which is Solomon, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chastisement him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men." So, who they having to? Yahushua, man. Our Lord. When did that happen to Solomon, man? Scripture says Solomon, he died. He died peacefully, man. he was up in old age. You know what I mean? And he what you call it, natural causes, died of natural causes, man. You know, but when he came back as Howard Shai came up on the scene, you know, it was ultimately to shed that blood for Israel. But hey, he's just it wasn't. He had to pay for his sins as well, man. You know. So Job 4:7 again. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or wherever the righteous cut off. And yeah, and even when you hit your toe, you stub your toe, or your hand, your finger get caught in the dough, that's judgment from the Lord, man. You know, it could be something that you did in your past life. You know, but even in that, uh, uh, when you come back in your past life, you're gonna come back in your same life, man. And that's what you see today. The prophets are back today, man. You know, matter of fact, before I know I had quoted that Isaiah the 14th chapter. Let's get that because these fiery Edomites and their spirit, because we back today. It's the same generation back today, man. With these devils back in slavery, castrating us, doing all these things. Now we're back today, telling them what they did to us, man. You know, we was them same one who get castrated, hung, all that. Guess what? We're back telling you that these are the same ones that did that's to us, man. You know. So this is Isaiah chapter 21, Salakia 14 and 21. Salakia. It's Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. And yeah, so because you are your father, man. You know, let's get that in. Bear with me. I think that's Numbers. You are your father, man. So you think that you're gonna get away scot free, and for you Edomites, what about those slave owners, man? Did they die and go to heaven? No, man. They're back here today to receive their reward, man. To receive that judgment, man. Because when they was died, they separated families, caused so much turmoil and mental, and physical pain, spiritual pain. Hey, you got to get paid back for that, man. You ain't gonna just die of natural causes and think, surrounded by your family, being comforted. No, man. You're in the time now to where you're gonna get judged for the things that you have done, man. So this Numbers chapter 14 and in verse 18, it said the Lord is long suffering, the Lord Yahweh is long suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgressions, and by no means clearing the guilty. So by no means clearing the guilty means you ain't gonna escape the judgment from your Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Even if you die, well, guess what? Just best believe when you come back, it's gonna go into it. When you come back, you're gonna get judged. It says, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. So when you come back in your third and fourth generation, you're gonna get judged, man. You're gonna have to eat that what you have planted. Said they that sow iniquity shall reap it. Wickedness and wicked. Matter of fact, let's get that in Job. I could have kept reading that, Let's see, Job 4 and 8. It said, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. So, it's what you have done in your past life. Now it has grown between those third and fourth generations. Now you got to eat that what you have planted, man. So matter of fact, let's see. I mean, because throughout the scriptures, man, it's reincarnation. reincarnation throughout the scriptures, man. You know, let's get that in Ecclesiastes. You know, even Yahweh Shah, he asked me like, who you think, who do people say I am? So I say you John the Baptist. So I say you Jeremiah. He said, who do you think I am? So he ain't say, why would you say that? Yeah, no, man. They already knew about reincarnation, man. You know, because that's the time, you know, uh, when somebody dies a crazy way, you know that guy did something wicked, man. When you see someone come out with no limbs, man, you know that was a wicked person in their past life, man. You know that was a wicked person, man. And that's a way to humble you, man. You know, when someone, you know, get burned, they still alive, man. That's judgment from your how about Shema outside is a way to humble you, man. You know, but just when you know, like I brought up earlier, the baby, you know, getting hit by a stray bullet, that baby wasn't innocent, man. Because Chris said, whoever perished being innocent was that's a question mark. It's a question mark in there. So that means that question still stands today, man. You know. So let's see. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 15. It said, that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and the Most High required that which is past. So he required that which is past, man. Your past deeds, you know, if it don't live up to the standard, you're gonna have to pay for it, man. You know. And I just spoke on those slave owners. They died of natural causes, you know, surrounded by their family, being comforted. Hey, man, he's back this time now to get his judgment, man. You're not going to be comforted in these days, man. You know, because hey, these devils they're back now to get judged, man. These fiery serpents, Edomites, man, they're back now to get their judgment, man. Because America has already ran its course. You know, there's nothing here in this place. It's like a dried up old harlot, man. You know, she can't get nobody off, man. You know, you gonna ask for your money back, man. You didn't do the job. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to get graphic, but that's how this the state America is in. Is a dried up, barren land, man. And it's spiritually, but it's gonna happen in the physical when the Lord returns. You know, which He's coming back to you know, the judge. Hey, matter of fact, we're gonna get that too. In Revelations, matter of fact, said He will acquire that which is past. That's the spirit, right? So let's get this in Revelations. Revelations 1 and verse 7. It says, behold, He cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see Him, and they also which pierced Him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of Him. Even so am I. So, hey, it said even the ones that pierced Him, man, they're going to see the Lord return, man. So He required that which is past. Those same guys that did that, that's what they're going to be preserved when the Lord come back. You know, He got a sword prepared for them. You know. But it says, He said He required that which is past. Verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So it said He saw under the sun. Now what's under the sun? The earth, man. This is where the judgment is being played out. This is what we in this body. That's why this is the chains of darkness, man. This can be your personal hell. You know, you got nerves. You know, and you feel pain, man. It's not it's a reason why you feel pain, man. You know, that's a form of judgment. You know. So let's see if I can find this in Sirach, I believe 16. Bear with me, Akyam. See if I can find this scripture real quick. Yeah, Khan. This is Sirach chapter 16 and verse 11. It says, "And if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure." And yeah, and that's the spirit why we read Numbers the 14th chapter, because it said he is long suffering. You know, if one stiff neck, it said it's marvel if he escaped the judgment, because like someone can do dirt all their whole life and die peacefully. Like we see how the Edomites get down. They still living it up of our blood, sweat, and tears, man. You know, and that's why it's being marveled. That's why Jake think that the Most High is dealing with these Edomites, man. That the Edomites are the children of the Lord, or they even think that these Edomites is the Lord, man. You know, that's why it's being marveled, but not knowing that the Lord is long suffering. Prophecy has to come to pass, man. Gonna get a point. It's gonna get to a point you're gonna know that the Lord hate these Edomites, man. You know, but it said it is marvel if one escaped unpunished. You know, because the scripture said there is none that can deliver out of my hand. You know, you off, man. The Lord's gonna get you for that. You know, one way or another. You know, and Salakia. Let me read this again. It said, "If there be one stiff neck among the people, it is marvel if he escaped unpunished." So yeah, they can die peacefully, but the Lord is long suffering. See, he ain't bound by time. You see what I'm saying? He ain't bound by time. He's gonna judge them in in that point of time that he set. You know, if it ain't gonna be in that lifetime, it's gonna be in that next lifetime, in the third and the fourth generation, man. You know. Alright, so I can get this. I can end it off with this in this John 9th chapter, man. Was this totally, proves that reincarnation is real, man. They understood, the disciples, which became apostles, understood, reincarnation, man. They know when someone is born a certain way, hey, that was judgment from Yahweh Shem Shai, man. No ifs, ands, but about it. And the Lord, he's the same one that sanctioned a leaf to fall, a net to. I mean, the Lord, he got, what I said, his ways are not our ways, his thoughts are not our thoughts, man. The Lord, he controls everything, even like to a net, man. But it says, this John 91 said, "And Yahweh Shai passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth, and his disciple asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" So they asked the Lord Yahweh Shai that, because they understood that he went off in his past life, man. That was it, and you can't pay for no one else's sins, man. You can't pay for no one else's sins. You can only pay for your own sins. The Lord, he's just, he's righteous, man. So if someone does this, he's gonna get them for that. That's just like you throwing the game winning touchdown, but someone else is getting the praises for it. It don't work like that, man. So that's pretty much it. Like, matter of fact, I can keep it going. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read verse 3. It says, "Yahweh Shai answered, Neither have this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him." So the reason why he was born blind, just so the Lord can heal him and show his power. But the thing is, the Lord Yahweh Shai, he didn't correct them and say, "How dare you even say that?" You know what I mean? No, man. Everything is, these are the same spirits. They just come back. Matter of fact, And that matter of fact, I know I had I said I'm gonna end off on this, but I got two precepts I can, because we know, man, that Daniel is John the Revelator, man. You know, because let's just get that, cause let's just get it. This is on Daniel 12:13. It says, "But go thou thy way to the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in like it. For thou shalt rest and stand in the light at the end of the days." So he said, after you die, when you come back, you're gonna be a prophet once again, man. You're gonna prophesy what at the end of the days. You're gonna prophesy in the end days, man. You know. So when we jump to Revelations, chapter 10 and verse 11, it says, "And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings." And guess what? That's in the last days. In what in this great whore Babylon, man. No, I said many peoples, man, because this is a great melting pot. You got Moabites, you got Ammonites, you got Elam, you got Ishmael, you got Ham, you got Israel, you got Edom, you got all these nations here in America, man. You know, and so you gonna prophesy before these many peoples, nations, tongues, and kings. You know, it's in the last days, man. So Daniel, he gonna stand his light at the end of the days, and he was reminded, you know, that hey, you gonna prophesy again, man. So that lets you know that, and you don't have no any type of information on John, you know, the John the Revelator, you know, prophesying again. You know, when he was on the island of Patmos, man. You know, you know, they were like, "Ah, your sentence is over with." Boom, boom. No, man. This is the time now, you know, and that's why you see the prophets out today, man, because that lets you know that a kingdom is falling, man. That's reincarnation. Matter of fact, well, I could just quote it. The prophets that been before me and before thee of old prophesied most against many countries, against great kingdoms, or even a pestilence. Well, the spirit of prophets are subject unto the prophets, man. You know, so when the prophets come back, just best believe this place is about to get judged, and that happened every time, man. Every time the prophets came out, boom, that kingdom fell. You know, and that's reincarnation in itself, man. Once you see the prophets, you best believe that kingdom is gonna fall, man. You know, so that's judgment, man. You know, so yeah, I can manage to hold it at the final. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Greek millstones. Shalom to the elect, the seas word, and our truth and sincerity. DTA, Abad Babal.